Carcinogens, the uninvited guest crashing your cell's party. So, what exactly are carcinogens? Besides being impossible to spell without spell check, carcinogens, say it with me, carcinogens, are substances that can increase your risk of cancer. Over 100 of these sneaky culprits have already been identified. Some hang out in the sunlight, UV rays, others in your insulation, asbestos, and a few hitch rides on viruses like HPV. But before you panic and start bubble wrapping your life, here's the good news. Just being exposed to a carcinogen doesn't automatically mean you'll get cancer. That would be like assuming you'll become a rock star just because you own a guitar. It's possible, sure, but there's more to the story. How carcinogens pull off their sneaky tricks. Let's talk DNA, the instruction manual for everything your body does, including how your cells grow and multiply. Carcinogens are basically the mischievous kids who sneak into the library and rearrange all the books. Some of them barge in and directly damage your DNA, while others are sneakier and just mess with your cell's repair systems. If your DNA repair crew is asleep on the job, or just overwhelmed, damaged instructions can build up. Over time, think years, not days, these messed up instructions may tell your cells to multiply like they're in a Black Friday sale. Hello, cancer. Where do carcinogens lurk? Spoiler, almost everywhere. You might bump into carcinogens if you use tobacco or are around people who do. Yep, secondhand smoke counts. Work in industries that use chemicals like formaldehyde or benzene. Carry certain viruses like HPV or hepatitis B and C. And again, just spotting a carcinogen doesn't mean you're doomed. Your risk depends on how long you're exposed. One cigarette won't kill you, but smoking for 20 years? That's rolling the dice daily. How much you're exposed? Drinking the occasional glass of wine? Okay, downing half a bottle every night? That's an RSVP to higher cancer risk. Your genetics. If cancer runs in your family, your risk is already higher, and combining that with carcinogen exposure is like adding fuel to a smoldering fire. So, what can you actually do to slash cancer risk? You don't need to move to a mountaintop and live off snowmelt. Here are practical, science-backed ways to reduce cancer risk factors and limit exposure to toxins linked to cancer. Kick tobacco to the curb. Seriously, it's time. Smoking is the MVP of cancer-causing behavior. Limit alcohol. The American Cancer Society suggests no more than 2 drinks a day for men and 1 for women. Sorry, wine lovers. Eat anti-cancer foods. Load up on colorful fruits, veggies, whole grains, and healthy fats. Your gut and your future self will thank you. Use sunscreen. The sun may be warm and friendly, but its UV rays are not. Protect your skin, especially during peak hours. Get vaccinated. The HPV and hepatitis B vaccines are powerful tools in cancer prevention. Stay informed. Learn what chemicals you're exposed to at work or home, and find safer alternatives where possible. Cancer prevention doesn't mean living in fear. It means living smart. While you can eliminate every carcinogen in your life, unless you live in a sterile lab, you can make better choices to reduce cancer risk factors and kick those cellular party crashers to the curb. Because the only thing we really want multiplying uncontrollably is your good health. Who's in charge of calling out carcinogens? If you've ever wondered, who actually decides whether something causes cancer? Good news, there's a method to the madness. In the United States, it's not just some guy named Bob with a clipboard. The National Toxicology Program, NTP, and the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IRC, are the real MVPs here. These organizations review mountains of research, think thousands of lab tests and human studies, before declaring something a carcinogen. The NTP publishes a report of known and potential cancer-causing substances. As of their latest findings, 63 substances are officially on the naughty list, and 193 others are under strong suspicion. The IRC takes it global. They flagged 122 substances that definitely cause cancer, 93 that probably do, and 319 that might. Basically the "we've got our eye on you" list. So, yes, these decisions are made carefully, backed by science, and definitely not by a magic 8-ball. Types of carcinogens. Not all toxins wear lab coats. Carcinogens come in three main flavors, none of which we recommend. Physical carcinogens. Think ultraviolet rays from the sun or radiation from X-rays and radon gas hiding in your basement like a radioactive ghost. Chemical carcinogens. These are the headline makers. Asbestos, tobacco smoke, alcohol, arsenic, and even aflatoxins, a nasty fungus that likes to crash your peanut butter party. Biological carcinogens. These include certain viruses, bacteria, and parasites. For example, HPV isn't just an awkward topic during doctor visits. It's a known player in cervical and other cancers. Common carcinogens, aka the usual suspects. Here's a roundup of some everyday cancer villains you might already know and probably interact with more often than you'd like. Alcohol. Sorry, happy hour fans, but beverages containing alcohol are on the NTP's known carcinogen list. The more you drink, the higher the risk, especially for cancers of the mouth, throat, liver, and esophagus. Pro tip for cancer prevention. Moderation isn't just trendy, it's smart. Tobacco products, smoking, vaping, chewing, it's all bad news. Tobacco remains the #1 cause of cancer in the U.S. And yes, secondhand smoke joins the party uninvited. Ultraviolet, UV, rays, love the sun? Your skin might not. UV rays are a major risk for skin cancer. And no, tanning beds aren't safer. They're just cancer risk with a glowing sign. Radon, the silent creeper. Radon is a colorless, odorless gas that sneaks into homes and buildings. It's the second leading cause of lung cancer after tobacco. Worth checking your basement? Absolutely. Asbestos, once hailed as the hero of insulation, now it's the villain of construction. If you're in a building from before 1989, asbestos could still be lurking, increasing risks for lung cancer, mesothelioma, and ovarian cancer. Formaldehyde. This chemical is found in industrial settings and building materials. Studies show long-term exposure ups the risk for leukemia and rare nasal cancers. So yes, that new furniture smell might not be your friend. Processed meat. Yep, your bacon is baggage. Meats preserved by smoking, curing, or salting have been linked to colorectal cancer. You don't have to go full vegan, but maybe ease off the charcuterie board? Slash your cancer risk without losing your mind. Let's face it, carcinogens are everywhere. But rather than living in fear or a hermetically sealed bubble, here's how to outsmart them. Cut down on alcohol and tobacco. Or better yet, cut them out completely. Check your home for radon. Simple test kits are available. Be label conscious. Know what's in your cleaning and building materials. Rethink the meat sweats. Balance is key. Wear sunscreen like it's your daily armor, because it is. Can you actually avoid carcinogens? Let's get real. Okay, let's be honest. Carcinogens are kind of like glitter. Once they're out there, they're everywhere. But just because you can't avoid every cancer-causing substance doesn't mean you have to throw in the towel and move to the woods. Here's what you can do to seriously reduce your cancer risk factors without giving up modern life. Step 1. Kick tobacco to the curb. If you're still lighting up or chewing tobacco, here's the most important tip of the century. Don't. Tobacco is the top carcinogen offender, and quitting is the single most effective way to slash your cancer risk. Don't do it alone. Healthcare providers have plenty of programs, patches, and motivational pep talks to help you quit for good. Step 2. Rethink your happy hour. Yes, alcohol is fun at weddings and awkward family reunions, but it's also a known carcinogen. The more you drink, the higher your risk for several cancers, including mouth, liver, and throat cancer. Does that mean you need to go full monk? Not necessarily, but cutting back is a smart step in cancer prevention. Your future self and your liver will thank you. Step 3. Use your armor, also known as sunscreen. Sunshine may lift your mood, but those UV rays can seriously damage your DNA. And no, having a base tan is not cancer protection. It's just damage with a head start. So, whether you're hitting the beach or just running errands, don't skip the sunscreen. Wear a hat, rock the shades, and remember, UV protection is cancer protection. Step 4. Get vaccinated. Yes, it's part of cancer prevention. Certain viruses are classified as biological carcinogens. For example, HPV can lead to cervical, throat, and other cancers. Hepatitis B increases liver cancer risk. The great news? Vaccines exist for both. Talk to your doctor about getting protected. It's one of the easiest ways to cut your risk. Step 5. Know your personal risk factors. If you smoke, drink regularly, or just want to be proactive, it's worth having a real conversation with your healthcare provider. They can help you. Understand your lifetime cancer risk. Get screened early if you're at higher risk. Avoid specific toxins linked to cancers that run in your family. It's not about living in fear. It's about making smarter choices with solid science on your side. When to talk to your healthcare provider. Thinking, should I bring this up at my next checkup? If any of the following apply, the answer is a big yes. You use tobacco or regularly consume alcohol. You have a family history of cancer. You're curious or concerned about your cancer risk. You've never had cancer screening tests like a colonoscopy or mammogram and wonder if it's time. Your provider isn't just there for sore throats and flu shots. They can help map out a plan to reduce your risk based on your lifestyle and genetics. While you can't escape every toxin linked to cancer, you can dodge the biggest and baddest ones. Think of cancer prevention as leveling up your health, not giving up your life. Because you deserve a future where your biggest worry is what to binge watch, not what's happening at the cellular level.